being the executive director of the Friendship Center is you come out the first Friday of the month, right? 8:30. So also on the first Friday of the month at 9 o'clock are the folks from the zoo in Decatur, and they bring an animal with them each month. So as you leave, you get to meet a new animal at the zoo each month. So how about that?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, there you
Hey,
go.
I could bring my dog if you want me to. Seth.
I don't know that they want that, actually. I don't know that they want that one, but that's all right. Laurie, I'll tell you what, like I told you when we were prepping for today's conversation, going to be a little time crunch this morning because of our Commodity Classic report. So let's dive into what's the Friendship Center got going on? How's the last month been for you folks?
The last month has been fantastic. Last week we had 55 people for bingo.
55?
55.
Holy cow.
Definitely our biggest draw for the folks. And we give prizes. We give about 30 prizes or so each Wednesday. So we're always looking for donations on prizes, something small purchased at Dollar Tree.
Okay.
That's much appreciated, but they love it and they have such a great time.
55 people.
We
That is a
did.
room full. Who leads bingo?
Well, usually Larry Roberts and his wife Kim. Kim is the assistant up at the center, and
Okay.
Larry's on the board. They do it most of the time, but we're going to start talking. We're going to start talking to some folks around the community and try to get some guests.
Okay.
It's only an hour of their time, and they can maybe do a little advertising for their business while they're there. So
There you go.
that's a change we're looking forward to making.
What a great idea. What do you think brought 55 people out for bingo last month? Goodness.
Word gets around. I think they're just having a really good time. And
Plus,
tell
everybody
their
likes
friends and
bingo, right?
neighbors. That's right.
Yeah.
And the chance to take home a prize.
Exactly. Very good. Now, when is bingo at the Friendship Center?
That is every Wednesday from 12:15 to 1.
Okay, so put that on the calendar, be a part of it, and come out and play some bingo with the folks at the Friendship Center. What are some of the other popular activities at the Friendship Center right now, Laurie?
Well, it's interesting that you ask. We also have a new Pinochle Club.
What is Pinochle?
So Pinochle is a card game. Haven't played it in years. Don't remember how to play. There are 8 of them, and they are now coming every Wednesday during bingo. So we've got another room that we put them in.
Yeah.
And I should probably say when they have bridge, of course, and that's a club. But if you'd like more information on Pinochle or bridge to the folks out there, just call up to the center. I know that sometimes they need subs.
Okay.
So it's not like you have to have your own group of people and come up there. They'll welcome you to play with them at
Sure.
times. And then we have our regular card players and our bunco and our dominoes. Pool. The pool table doesn't get used too often, so
Oh, interesting.
the folks out there keep that in mind too.
Sure. Well, and it's funny you talk about all the card games getting played these days. Like, that feels like kind of a throwback, like the card games are coming back around for the seniors. That's kind of funny you say that.
They love it.
Yeah, yeah.
They are just the best people. They just have formed friendships. They look out for each other, and it's really a great experience
Very
to be
good.
there with them.
Sure, sure. What else is kind of popular right now with the Friendship Center?
Well, we scheduled our ham and bean fundraiser,
Okay.
our biggest fundraiser of the year, with a cake auction. And our normal auctioneer is not able to do it this year, so I'm still searching at
Oh,
this
no.
late point for an auctioneer. And that will be April 13th on a Saturday from 5 to 7.
Okay,
And we auction off cakes during
Yeah.
that time.
definitely.
That's a pretty big draw, and so we are now in the midst of calling people to bake some cakes or donate or whatever they can do.
Sure.
And this month we have a game night scheduled. Well, it is March. Yes, March.
It is March 1st. Yes, it is. I need
You've
to.
got your February.
Yeah, I need to change
Tried
that.
to trick
Yeah, yep. Thanks. I'll get that changed.
So it is March, and we've got a game night scheduled on March 21st. You can come in and play. I believe we're 6:30 to 9. We'll have snacks. We'll have some drawings, some goodies, and you can bring whatever game you would like to play.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be cards. It can be board games, dice. So we're looking forward to that little fundraiser.
Yeah, so a couple of fundraisers coming up here in the next month or two. Talk just a little bit, Laurie, about stepping into having to fundraise with the Friendship Center. How's that going from your perspective? What are you learning? How about that?
Well, Paula left a lot of nice notes and things for me, so I'm putting all that together. Plus, none of these things could happen without volunteers. It's so important, and there's so many that are so helpful and have agreed to help, and with their experience, I think we're going to have a great fundraiser. With that in mind, I wanted to make a couple shout outs, if it's okay.
Please do, yes.
Thank you to Susan Elza and Paula LePatic. My assistant, Kim Roberts, was enjoying a sunny vacation in Florida last week, so they both helped me out. Much appreciated. And then Cheryl Hodges, she's been just instrumental in planning these extra activities and things that we're doing. She will also this month be doing a Paint with Cheryl for Easter items on the 7th, on a Thursday at 12:30.
Is that March 7th or April 7th? That would be March 7th.
Did
That's
I say
next week.
April?
No, you didn't. You just said the 7th. We've been
March
yeah,
7th. Thank you,
yeah.
Seth.
I wanted to make sure we weren't jumping into April here too.
That's important
Yep.
to know. So we really appreciate her help. And back in, I think it was my first radio show, I forgot, I believe, to thank First National Bank and John Warner Hospital. They sent a lot of volunteers for our Christmas dinner or luncheon, which we prepare for about 100 people. And their help was just we were just so grateful for all their help. And I wanted to make sure I gave them a shout out.
All right.
Better late than not
Hey,
at all.
absolutely, very good. Well, thank you to those folks for sure. I want to jump back, Laurie, to the fundraisers. The Ham and Bean fundraiser in particular. That's one of the bigger ones for the Friendship Center, right?
Yes, it is. And I don't think, from what I'm understanding, that it's just all about the ham and beans. More about the cake option.
Right. Yeah. But they call it the Ham and Bean fundraiser. So
Yes, sir.
So talk a little bit about reaching out to folks to make those cakes, how that's going for you, and again, just kind of how it's going putting this all together.
Well, my assistant, Kim, is making some calls to see who can bring in some cakes. And I believe she announced it at bingo.
Okay.
So that reaches a lot of people.
Sure.
And anybody out there listening today, we will be happy to take your cake donation.
Yeah. Do you yourself have personal goals with fundraising at the Friendship Center, whether it's to make a certain amount with that fundraiser, to add more opportunities for that? What do you think about that?
At this point, it's my first year, so I'm just going to say I'm kind of just hopeful. I have hope at this point. A lot of hope.
Yeah, just learning the first time through everything. Yeah, absolutely. Now, you mentioned the game night. That should be a lot of fun.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we have a lot of activities, of course, during the day, and we're open till 3, but I think the folks would like to see things happen in the evenings sometimes as well.
Now, will the Friendship Center provide the games? Will you ask folks to bring in their own? Maybe a little of both?
A little of both.
Yeah.
A little of both. And, I should probably not forget to mention, we are going to the Paradise this month in Peoria.
Sure. Well, I'll tell you what, Laurie, let's do this. Let's take a break, talk about what's coming up in March for all the seniors to do. What's the best place for folks to go to learn about all things DeWitt County Friendship Center?
Well, Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, stop in or give us a call, and we'll fill you in. We also send out a newsletter to over 400 people.
Okay.
That will have all of that listed.
All right, very good. Laurie Heuermann is the executive director of the DeWitt County Friendship Center. Our guest in studio. We've got more with her coming your way next on The Morning Show.
WHOW. Let's check the opening numbers now at the Chicago Board of Trade on this Friday. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio Network. Corn starting the day slightly lower, beans higher, and wheat beginning the day lower. March corn opening 4.15, down 3/4. May corn down 1 3/4, 4.27 3/4. December new crop 461.5, down 1 3/4. March beans 11.39 1/4, up 11. May beans up 5 1/2, 11.46 1/4, and November new crop 11.37 1/2, up 4 1/4. March Chicago wheat 573 1/2, down 4. May wheat down 7 1/2, 568 3/4. July wheat 571 1/4, down 8. March bean meal 335.50, that's up 220, and March bean oil 44.78, up 12 cents. Opening numbers on this Monday morning. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio Network.
Here's another Clinton Save-A-Lot satisfied customer.
I'm Debbie, and I'm from Clinton, Illinois. Love the produce. And, of course, if you're going to buy produce, then you have to buy it almost every day or every other day. So, love the produce. There's not anything I don't like about the store. I've been coming to Save-A-Lot ever since they came to town. It's fresh, and the prices are very, very nice, which we appreciate those. Friendly. They're always helpful. I was just down the aisle just now, and someone asked me if I needed help.
And his owner, Dave Jackson, says,
"We hope to see you soon."
We are ready for spring here at Love It Once More Thrift Store in Clinton. This is Connie, and I also wanted to let you know that this month, when you bring us a donation, we'll give you a card worth 10% off your total purchase. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and DeWittDailyNews.com.
Hi, this is Ryan Utterback with Utterback Real Estate. It's greening up out there, and you know what that means.
St. Patty's Day, lad.
No. Green means go time for buying and selling.
The luck of the Irish be with you.
And that's why you're the other Ryan.
click the Utterback Real Estate icon on DeWittDailyNews.com.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Again, Laurie Heuermann is the Executive Director of the DeWitt County Friendship Center in studio with us today. Laurie, you were about to mention what is going on in the month of March with the Friendship Center. A trip to the Paradise Casino. When is that?
We will be taking that on the 19th. We'll leave at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Spend about as much time as they want to. We'll have lunch, and we're going to kind of leave that up to the folks that are going to choose where we lunch.
Okay, sure.
A lot of choices in Peoria area.
Is there a cost to that?
They pay $5 transportation fee.
Mm-hmm.
And they're free to win that back.
There you go. So put that on the calendar. Is that full? Is there still spots available? How is the turnout for that?
We still have spots available.
Okay.
In the van, I can fit probably 7 at the most.
Okay.
Maybe squeeze in 8.
Sure.
And occasionally people will still join us but want to drive themselves.
Okay. And they're free to do that then?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So be a part of that if you're interested. That's coming up. You said the 19th?
The 19th.
The 19th.
On a Tuesday.
Sure. So put that on the calendar. What else is coming up in March, Laurie?
Well, we have our arts and crafts. That's also on the 19th. Joyce Dirth from the Hearing Aid Center. She'll check your hearing aids for you, clean them, provide batteries. She's coming on the 12th. Arts and crafts, I've got down for the 5th also, 5th and 19th.
So Tuesdays?
Might have to call and clarify that. I don't know if she comes 2 times that month. That may be a misprint on my part. And we're really excited. We'll be hosting Triad meeting. Those of you that wonder what that is, as did I, so it will be my first one. It's a group of folks from town. I believe the police chief is involved.
Sheriff is involved too, isn't he?
I believe so.
Yeah, Tony Harris with CENTCOM.
And Tony's involved, and Rebecca, her last name escapes me, she's with CCSI.
Rebecca Wheat.
Thank you.
Sure.
Exactly. And so we're going to host that meeting March 11th, and we invite some of you that are 60 above around town to come and see what that's about. They would like to hear from you on your thoughts and ideas at things we can do within the triad to meet your needs.
Did you say the when and where on that, Laurie?
It is at the DeWitt County Friendship Center from 10 to 11 on March 11th.
March 11th. So put that on the calendar as well. Triad's a great group. They've been, around for a long time doing some good work and really raising a lot of awareness, coming out to the Friendship Center, doing great conversations about topics that are relevant to seniors and those things.
And I think it's largely about keeping seniors safe and informed.
Yep, absolutely.
So-
Sure, very good. So that comes up March the 11th. Be a part of it. Again, Laurie, anything else for you?
Well, there's a beginning bridge that's going to be happening for people that, or if they want to sharpen their skills or learn to play. We have Kathy Martin that is going to be working with folks on that. And I don't think I wrote the date down. So feel free to give us a call because I've got so much going on and I'm not sure when she said she was going to do that.
Now, what's the number for the Friendship Center, Laurie, for folks to call?
217-935-9411.
Easy enough. Very good. Anything again for March of note you want to put out there for us?
I don't think so. Oh, the caregiver support.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's wrap up talking about some of those daily and weekly activities. What do you have?
Well, I've got that down for the 25th, March 25th. I think it's the fourth Monday each month.
That's the caregiver support group?
Yes, led by Ernie Harvey and Rebecca Wheat. I believe we were snowed out the first time, so last week was their first meeting, and they had about half a dozen people there, so I was pleased to see that.
Yeah, I had Rebecca in earlier this week to talk about caregivers.
That's right.
Yeah, she was talking about caregivers and their health. You've got to take care of yourself as a caregiver, before you can, adequately take care of others around you. So, and having Ernie Harvey as a part of that, I'm sure.
How can you go wrong?
I know it. Rebecca and I was going to say Rebecca and Ernie together. I feel like they make a great duo for that one. So
Yes, so it's probably going to grow. I might have to find a different room for that too.
very good. Anything else here this month, Laurie, to talk about those daily, monthly activities, things to keep on the radar?
Going to Walmart. Some of the folks like to go to Walmart in Lincoln, so that is on the 12th.
Okay.
At 10:30.
Do folks need to sign up for that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because the newsletter just went out, so I don't think we're full on anything quite yet.
All right. So if you're hearing this morning, still plenty of availabilities for some of these things coming up. Very good. Again, with those activities, you talked about the bingo every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday.
Yeah.
12:15 to 1.
Any other activities that happen like that throughout the week, whether it's games, seniors getting together? What do those look like? You mentioned card games.
They get together and play cards, and then there's bunco and bridge. Bridge kind of works like the pinochle. If you would like to be a part of that, let us know, and we can see if they have room for some more subs.
Okay.
When different people are ill or out of town.
All right, very good. Laurie, I've got about a minute. Did I miss anything today you want to put out there?
I don't think so, Seth.
Okay. All right. Well, if you don't mind, remind us, going back to the first segment, you've announced your ham and bean fundraiser and cake auction date.
Yes.
Give us that date one more time.
April 13th on Saturday from 5 to 7.
Do folks need to buy tickets ahead of that event?
Yes, we will have the tickets out for sale, and they'll be $9.
Okay. Will they be available at the door the night of?
Yes.
Okay. $9 at the door still, too?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. So put that on the calendar. That comes up in April, correct?
April.
Yeah, that's the April one. There was a fundraiser in March. Was it, game night you said?
Yes.
Yes, game night. Give us the date on that one.
That is the 21st from 6:30 to 9.
All right, very good. Well, Laurie, let's wrap up with best way for folks to learn about all things DeWitt County Friendship Center. Maybe follow along, whether it's World Wide Web, social media. How do they do those things?
Call us or stop in.
Number is?
217-935-9411.
Very good. Laurie, always good to talk to you. Thank you.
Seth.
Yeah, thanks for
You
making
too.
time with us. Let's go see what Ken Fry has from the zoo out front. We'll talk with Ken and the folks from the zoo coming up next here on the morning show. But again, that was Laurie Heuermann. She is the executive director of the DeWitt County Friendship Center in studio with us here this morning. The morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton.
WHOW.
The Big 1520 WHOW Clinton, 92.3 FM W222 BG Clinton, 106.5 FM W293 DJ Normal Bloomington.
This hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Headed for President Biden's desk, another of those stopgap spending bills averting a partial government shutdown.
Congress has passed another short-term spending measure that would keep one set of federal agencies operating through March 8th and another set through March 22nd. The extension averts a shutdown for parts of the federal government that would otherwise have kicked in at 12:01 a.m. Saturday. The bill now goes to President Joe Biden to be signed into law.